Dave is in a good mood and ready to head for work, but Mom can't help but feel that Manzini is somewhere watching them.
There. My beautiful 1928 Porter. I failed in the past, but I'll get you this time, or my name isn't Bernard Manzini. And that's how you earn $1,000.
Crazy, Daddy.
Groovy, groovy.
Right, Bert?
And he's got himself a beatnik who happens to look just like Dave. The so-called beat generation flourished in the 40s and 50s, but by this time in the 60s it was starting to phase out in favor of the anti-war hippie movement. The word beatnik was intended to be a slur, and the stereotype of the guy with the beret, the beard, and talking nonsense, basically our guy here, went along with it. The people didn't call themselves beatniks, and the vast majority of them dressed differently than the droning masses, but one thing they didn't do was all dress alike. Still, this is giving Jerry Van Dyke a chance to flex some more of his acting muscles, so just go with it.
Man, now let me get this straight. You're gonna give me $1,000 and all I gotta do is make like I'm that guy out there? Man, you got yourself a deal.
He has a warehouse with a complete mock-up of the Crabtree house, and he has Gig there running simulations so he can become Dave. He's also teaching him to walk and talk like Dave.
In Crete falls neatly in the street. The street in Crete falls neatly on the street. The sleet in Crete falls neatly in the street. The sleet in Crete falls neatly in the street. The sleet in Crete falls neatly on the street. In the street, in the street, in the street, in the street. Oh, the sleet is falling on the street. Oh, the sleet in Crete and the sleet is coming down in the street. In the street, in the street, in the street, in the street.
I don't think Dave ever did that. My question is, how far are they going to carry this thing? I would imagine there are at least a few differences in their two bodies that Barbara just might notice when the lights go off.
Hey, man, you didn't tell me I was gonna have to take a crash dive 40 times a day, man. I'm cutting out of here.
Oh, yes? Well, I've taken a precaution.
What's that, man?
The bird.
What about Bird?
I'm holding Bird as a hostage to ensure the fact that she'll cooperate with me.
You get better results with positive reinforcement than you do with negative, Manzini. And now I can hear him answering, "And what, pray tell, is this positive of which you speak? I do not understand." Now he needs to get the real Dave out of the way. A well-placed phone call should take care of that.
What kind of proposition?
Very important proposition. It's a big real estate transaction, and they need a good lawyer.
And they called you?
Thanks a lot, honey.
But they called from Appleton, and that's over 500 miles away.
Yeah, and I better hurry if I'm going to catch that plane.
A taxi will take him to the airport while Manzini is driving Gig to the Crabtree house. We have a moment where they're stopped next to each other and Dave realizes what's going on. But he can't do anything at the moment because they're on an expressway and there's not another exit for several miles.
What happened?
Well, I got a call at the airport from the man in Appleton. He wanted to wait a few days.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you're home.
Me too. Barbs, honey, there comes a time in every man's life when he must make a decision regarding...
Dinner! Dinner! I smell it burning! Quick, into the house!
He'll have several more misfires and finally he gives up on the speech.
Oh, to heck with it. Man, I decided to sell Manzini the porter.
You're gonna sell the porter? How wonderful! When?
As soon as you sign the registration slip.
Me sign? But shouldn't you sign?
No. I know how much this means to you. I want the pleasure to be all yours. What do you say?
Where do I sign?
I have questions about that. Whose name is the registration actually in? He bought it and she wasn't there, so it should be just in his name. It's possible to put a car in two names with an either or, so it only takes one to sign the car away. But Dave knew Barbara wouldn't like the car, so I really don't think he'd do that. It makes it much easier for her to get rid of the car if she decides to. I'm confused. However it's done, he has the signed registration, and all he has to do now is deliver the car.
Scooby-Doo, baby. Scooby-Doo, baby-doo-bop-bop-bop. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, baby-doo-be-doo-doo.
What's the matter with you today? You haven't even said hello.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo-be-doo.
Well, aren't you going to say hello? And since when have you started smoking?
Now he's not sure what he's smoking.
Hey, man, car talking to me. This is weird.
What do you mean, weird?
I mean weird. I am cutting out.
Whatever it is, he needs to swear off it.
Oh, Daddy! Daddy!
Oh, my boy! Here you are. Sit down, sit down. Wonderful. Where's the porter? Where is the porter?
I left it rolling down the street, man.
Rolling down the street?
It talked to me.
Even worse, he left the registration slip in the car. There's nothing to do but go get them both.
Ouch.
I didn't hear that, man. Cars don't talk. People talk and birds talk, but cars don't talk.
Dave, why are you talking like that?
Manzini's right, man. Cars don't talk.
Manzini? You're not, David. You're an imposter. Help! Police! Help!
Cool it, baby.
Kidnapper!
That does it, man. I swear up, I'll never drive another car as long as I live. I am cutting out one more time.
Dave is back in town, and he's angry.
I want to talk to you, Manzini. Listen to me. I don't know what you're up to this
How
time.
dare
but
you
I
come
know
back
it's some
without the
kind of
porter?
rotten trick.
Where is the
I told
registration
you once
slip?
I'm not going to sell you
What
that
happened to
car,
it? You said
and
before
I
you
mean
left it in the car. I
I'm
thought
not
you'd
gonna
go back
sell
and
you
get
the
it.
car
Do you
anymore. I
understand,
know
Gig?
you-
Do
What?
you understand?
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to understand.
If he heard anything Manzini said during that, he knows exactly what's going on.
Well, understand this. No porter, no bird.
What do birds have to do with this?
Now, don't try to put me on, Gig. I'll just refresh your memory.
Old gag, but if anybody can pull it off, Jerry Van Dyke is your man.
Fell down again, huh? Well, there it is. There's Gig, your feathered friend. He'll never fly another mile unless you produce that... What's that in your hand?
Man, that's a registration slip.
Good, it's mine at last. It's mine.
Oh, no, you ain't getting this till you give me Bird back, Daddy.
Well, here you are. Here's Bird.
That bird is stuffed. Gig isn't noticing.
He didn't think I'd give him you until I got the porter, did he, Bird? No. Let's go get that car.
You have the registration. Why do you still need a hostage? Dave and Mom finally end up at home at the same time. Now they need a plan to get the registration back.
How do I find him?
Dave, look. There he is.
Hey, man.
Oh, David, I'm scared. Maybe he's come to get me again.
You'll have to get past me first.
He's there to apologize and explain.
All right, if you'll just give me back the registration slip.
I don't have it, man. Fuzzy does.
Manzini?
Yeah, man, he made me give it to him, so give me Bird back. And he ain't been the same since I got him back. Not one phrase. Oh, wow, man. Rigor mortis.
Manzini promised no harm would come to Bird. Maybe you should ask him about that.
All right. The jig is up.
Daddy, oh, Daddy, oh.
Hey, Bird.
Bird! Dumb bird! Come.
Well, no matter. He has the registration and he's demanding his car.
Dear, this doesn't look good.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Why, it's a talking bird. I don't believe it.
Blah, talking car. Blah, don't believe it, don't believe it.
She's cooked up a plan. Bird will carry it out.
I want that porter. It's legally mine.
The porter is not yours, Manzini.
Oh, yeah? Well, look at that registration slip. It's signed and it's mine. Now, I want that porter. Give it to me.
Grab it out of his hand.
Get the slip. Got it.
Never mind.
Hey, wait a minute, Daddy. Check this action.
Remember how Gig said he was tired of taking all those falls? That's the first one.
What was that? Bad, that's about E flat.
That's the second one.
Here comes the canine number.
Daddy, that's all. Slip.
And strike three, you're out.
You haven't seen the last of Captain Manzini.
Why don't you kiss Captain Manzini goodbye, Bird?
Kiss goodbye. Ah, boy.
Dirty bird.
Unfortunately, Manzini is correct. He'll be back one more time. The good news is he'll only be back one more time. There's just one loose end to tie up.
Honey,
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
That
that does it. I'll never go to another PTA meeting again. They told me that was fruit punch.
No double your pleasure for her. But she really should think about it. You never know, the gum might help her sober up.